We are the Wooten family. Jordan, Juliana, Graham, John, Mark, and Preston are not pictured at the moment. And then we've got Maggie here. We adopted Maggie back in November of 2015, I guess it was.
Our oldest son, who is 5 now, was diagnosed with leukemia a year ago, May. Part of the therapy he received at the hospital while undergoing treatment was dog therapy. He loved when the labs came to visit him and would often ask when we could get a pet, whether we could get a dog, when we could get a dog, can we have a dog? We got the go-ahead from his oncologist in November that he was at a good place in treatment to where his immune system was strong enough to have a pet. So we started looking around and was looking for a dog who was out of puppy stage, but still young enough to where being around 3 small children would be okay. Came across Maggie's picture, and she was Mayflower at the time, and we fell in love with her. So I contacted Eastlake Pet Orphanage. There was someone already in line in front of us, and so I told Jordan that we're probably gonna miss out on her because we weren't first. But we pursued her anyway, came to meet her. She was fantastic. We fell in love. And thankfully, the first person bowed out. So we got to bring Maggie home. We had a 7-day window where we could call and let them know, yes, we want her, or it's not working out. And after 3 days, I called and I told Eastlake that we had to keep her. We couldn't bring her back. So she fell in love with us. The boys fell in love with her, and our family hasn't been the same since. When John Mark was on stronger chemo, we couldn't leave the house. And so we were on social isolation, and Maggie was really helpful because she brought a social aspect to like playtime with John Mark. It wasn't just him here with his brothers, but he had a playmate in Maggie. And so he was able to love on her and cuddle with her. The first couple weeks we had Maggie, he actually slept in John Mark's room with him, which was really sweet. So they have a special bond.
Maggie's been really helpful for John Mark in a lot of ways. I mean, coming home from the hospital, I guess it was the delayed intensification phase. You know, his counts are low, and it's just good to come home to a friend and have the opportunity to just kind of love on her and be loved on and be comforted in that way. There was a point in time, I guess, 2, 3, 4 months ago maybe, where he went through this phase where he was struggling at night. He was afraid to be in his room by himself, the typical kiddo stuff, but just having Maggie there with him, and especially when she was sleeping in his room with him, was just really helpful for him to kind of have that sense of security, I guess, protection from her. So I've not heard from him in a while that he's afraid like he was in the past, and so she's been a good companion just on both of those fronts, just for protection and just comfort.
So now that Maggie is in her forever home, I think that she is confident and comfortable. We don't know a lot about what Maggie's life was like before she came to us. We do know that she was real timid and skittish and didn't like men. She was really, really thin, so we think that she was malnourished and probably a stray that was picked up off the road. So we just make sure that she's got the food that she needs, the water that she needs, the affection that she needs. And I'm confident that she feels secure and safe and rather spoiled, if I can be honest. So I believe she's happy.